Good afternoon, everyone. This is Sebastian, your Professional Development Chair. For this week's Professional Development newsletter, I figured that we would take a look at email signatures and what we can do with them. So I'm going to start by opening up my Outlook. It's only attached to my student account. Now, I know that signatures seem kind of petty and silly, but as you get into your professional development career, they're an expectation. You will be frowned upon by not having one, to put it bluntly. So I'm going to walk you through how you make one real simply. So right here in Outlook, we've all become very familiar with this. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go mess around in our settings, which I am used to not doing on this kind of computer. So go to File, and then once we're in here, we're going to go down to Options, and we're going to go to Mail. So once we're here, this is kind of your overall messing around for how your emails come in. Now, a few things that you might want to check out here is you can edit like what goes directly into the delete file when it comes in, checking spelling before you send anything out, create or modify signatures for messages is what we're going to work on, using a stationery for font styles, customized items, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Later on, I'll try to make a walkthrough on how you set up automatic reply messages for when you're out of the office on vacation. But for today, I really want to focus on creating a signature. So we're going to go here into signatures, and you're going to see that I already have a few made. So right here, this is it says former student signature. That was me typing too fast. Formal student signature is what this was supposed to be. And you're going to see it has my name, my preferred pronouns. Even if you think that listing your preferred pronouns is silly, it is a politically correct thing to do in the professional atmosphere nowadays. I listed the School of Business to imply that I'm a student, and I listed my major as well as my reply email. Now, the reply email is another thing that is super kind of touchy for people because most people assume, dude, they're getting the email from you. They have your email to reply to. You don't need it in your signature. Unfortunately, that is not always the case. Your emails will sometimes be forwarded, reattached, sent. By the time it's all said and done, no one may know where it came from, and having your email there is just quick and easy access. I have the MSU Denver logo right underneath it. Whenever you work for a company or a specific division, providing this kind of logo is just kind of a way of backing up saying, hey, this is who I represent, what I represent, XYZPDQ. Now, you're going to see I have several signatures up here. So if I'm acting as a student, like if I'm applying for internships and what have you, I have a signature to represent myself as a student. As a student, I am also a member of the NSCS and I am on our chapter's board as the chair of professional development. So, like when I was setting up our fashion event last week, I was emailing the candidates and everyone else using this one. So you'll see that this one is a lot more tame because it's a specific finite student organization. You can do it more tame, more expansionary. This is more to your personal tastes and what you want people to know about you. In this, I just did my name, my pronouns, my title, and the National Society of Collegiate Scholars emblem. So this all just said short, sweet, and to the point. Hey, this is who I am. This is what I'm representing. This is why I'm emailing you. So, for instance, my term ends May 13th. So after that, I'm no longer a chair, no longer on the board of officers. I'm just a regular member of the chapter like everyone else. So I would go in here and I would either delete the signature altogether, unless I thought that maybe I'd be sending emails as a representative of NSCS, in which case I just remove my title. Now, I have a final one here that is also a student signature, This is a simplified version of my more formal signature. So this signature is meant to be sent internally to my colleagues and people who see me in the office on the day to day. This is my default signature. So most of you see this signature whenever I send out my emails. Um, but my colleagues, if I sent them an email, would see this. And that's because they know me. They don't need all the extra information. This is just, yo, this is who you're getting it from. Now, if you're ever curious as to what goes on a email signature, you're going to have everyone tell you something different as to, well, this goes on it, this goes on it. No, you should have this, you should have that. I have literally met people who have a page long signature. Like it's insane. And it's colorful and it's full of junk and it has this and that and the other thing on it. It has their picture, their company's logo. Like they literally made a LinkedIn profile in their email signature. To me, that is way too busy. That has way too much going on. Something that I would include, like for here, I have my student email, I have my computer information systems and that. What I might include is like my office number, an extension, or I might include a separate cell line that I have. I strongly recommend that you never, ever, under any circumstances, put your personal cell phone number on here. That's just asking for trouble because you are emailing people that you may not have met in person and stuff gets dangerous. So, this is definitely a more professional format when you're applying for internships, if you're part of a student org, whenever you want to project yourself professionally, a student signature is just an expectation. Now, you can come down here and get student signature templates, and they're going to have a whole template gallery of like what yours should look like, how this could be done. Like this person, they have their picture, big ol' line. We have their name, president, blah blah blah, phone, mobile, email, address, company's email, and each one of these little things is a hyperlink to his LinkedIn, his Twitter, and his Google Plus. So you can go that level of crazy, or you can keep it short, sweet, and to the point. But I definitely would have a professional exemplary signature on there so that people know who and what you're about. Once you create your signature, go ahead and create a couple different ones. Like you might have one that is like my student signature. This is what I send to people that I'm a student. This is if I'm emailing classmates, my instructor, my advisor, anyone like that. And then I have a casual one where, hey, this is when I'm just emailing people that I know. And then you could have an even another professional one that's designed to be like, hey, I'm a software engineer, blah, blah, blah. If you wanted to project to be taken more seriously and not be represented as a student. So there's a lot of leeway in how you can make your signatures. And as you see, you have a lot of options here. You can make a business card template. You can even import a whole bunch of pictures, your image, all kinds of stuff. But I would take some time, sit down, and make an email signature of some kind so that you are taken more professionally both by your peers and instructors and when it comes to going out into the professional world as a whole. When you are all said and done, you just hit OK. Notice down here at the bottom, though, that it's going to ask you about the different signatures. So if you don't see that here, if this is blank, you see none, or you see this, then you haven't saved your signature. Always make sure that you save your signature so it'll show up here. And then you can say, hey, for new messages, student signature is the default. For replies and forward, blah, blah, blah. And see, mine is just my formal student signature because that's honest to God what I use most of the time. So that's my default. And then whenever I need to send something out for the NSCS, I can just change it. So now that you have your signatures made, we're going to hit OK. That's awesome. Hit OK. Our settings are saved. Now I open up new email. boom, my signature is first thing right there. But say, oh no, this new email isn't going to go to me. It's going to be the weekly newsletter for the NSCS. I come up here and hit this logo, and it has all my signatures listed. So I'm going to switch it. Now I want NSCS. Boom, Insta switches your signature. So that was applying a professional signature to your email. I hope that everyone found this informational and valuable, and that you will now go ahead and make your own signatures. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you all next week.